Yeah. So array declaration, right? How to declare an array? So there is a syntax is given here. So data type, right? So there is a data type and square bracket followed by a variable and equal to new is a keyword. Okay. And type again type which type integer type data type and length. So this is the way we can declare our particular array value array declaration. Suppose let me create a one integer array. So by following the same syntax, so data type is a data type integer and followed by square bracket and value is like a and equal to new, right? And type is int. Okay, so int length I'm specifying that I want like that four elements. Okay, four elements. So this is a integer array. Integer array. Suppose I want to declare a string array. So similarly, string is a data type. Okay, square bracket and str equal to new string data type followed by square bracket and mention that the length of the strings. Okay, every statement should close with the semicolon in Java. Okay, suppose double. So there is another data type double. Double is a data type square bracket d equal to new double. So I want to type of data. Okay, character array. So there is a character array, C char and the character data type C equal to new character array, CHR char and the length of the characters. How many characters you want to store? Four. So we are defining the size here. Size, sometimes we can call it a size or length. Both are same. Okay. So sometimes we can call size. Some of the tutorial people will say size and length both are same. Okay. So this is the one. And so default initialization value. So what it means is, so whenever you define this statement, it is a default initialization. So you just declare it, nothing else in that. Okay. There is a no data in that. Okay, so the numerical value is 0 and the boolean statement is false and the null is object is null. So that means, so how to add the values, how to insert the values? Let's see that. Yeah. So an array of objects. Okay, so in one example written, so you want to create a student student array. So data type is a student. So right now, this one is coming to class level data type. Okay. So in the primitive data type, right? So what are the
Just one
non-primitive data type?
question.
Yes, yes.
What is the difference between the string array and the character array?
Yeah. So string array. So string means basically the string means sequence of character, right? Suppose hello. Hello is a string, one kind of string, right? So string means there are sequence of character followed by which we call as a string, collection of some characters. Okay, it is a string. And coming to the character, right? Just it is a single character, C or A.
Okay.
So it is a single char. So so you want to store a character array. So within that, so how we need to store? So there is a one array. Suppose size is 3, for example. Mention size 2. So we can store a comma c. Suppose this type of value we can store. But these are the only string literal. Okay. So there are string literal one letter. Array character is one letter. So the string is okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So as we learn, primitive data types, right? Primitive data types. As we know, primitive data types and non-primitive data types. This example is very important for non-primitive data type. So what are the non-primitive data types? As we know, string is a non-primitive data type, as we will learn. And currently we are discussing about the array. And there are a few more, right? Class and object. Okay, class and object. Okay, so now student. Okay, student is our custom class. Okay, string is a predefined class. Okay, array is also predefined class, but student is our custom class. So here we can create a number of student data. Okay, so 5 number of student data. So we should create a array. We have to initialize the value. So that's what called array of objects. Okay, so array of objects. So we can declare student objects. Okay. So if we, so how do we get the length? Okay, so the length method. So the length method will be there. So this is a kind of double, okay, double declaration. So here you can see the constant value. Private string is final. This one the nz. Okay, so this value is kept it here. Okay, so we created one final variable. Okay, and the value is a 5, and we placed initialize the double value here. It's in that, and we are ordering for a length. So just it will print that 5. Okay, yeah, and so selecting elements. Suppose, so this will cover later, but let me explain this one. Okay, so basically, we this is a called as a for loop. Okay, to iterate of any object. Okay, so we have a multiple objects. Okay, multiple data and some kind of array collections. Okay, it can be anything, but you want to, we have some elements like 1 2 3 4 5 elements. So I want to get the each element, I want to pull the each element, and I want to print. Okay, so to use that we will use a for loop. Okay, so we will use a for loop. So let me explain the for loop syntax here only. So the first of all, listen carefully here. So the for loop start from fr. Okay, fr is a keyword Java provided, and followed by from this bracket. And so there are 3 colons. So suppose if I declare like this, let me type it. Suppose for loop and bracket. So there is a colon, okay, semicolon and semicolon and end. Okay, so this is a syntax. First of all, you need to remember. Okay, so what are the changes? So why this inside the parameter, right? First parameter is initialize. So what is your starting point from where you want to drive your for loop? Okay, so that is the starting point. The starting point of for loop most of the time in Java we have index start with 0 for all the data types. So that is the starting point. Second one is the second is condition to which extent you want to iterate. So there is a condition to up to where I need to like iterate my loop. So this is a condition. So that I greater than, okay, array length. Okay. So till the length is end. Okay, the length is reached. Till that we have to iterate our for loop, and we can make each time I will be incremented. So I will be incremented. The index first time is 0. On second iteration it will be 1. Third iteration it will be 3. Fourth iteration it will be 4. So whenever this iteration is changed, so there is a comparison will happen here. So first time is 0, right? 0, and the length is 0, and length is, for example, 5. So 0 greater than 5, which means it is a true statement. So the evaluation of the statement condition is true. Then the loop will go inside and print the data. Okay. Again, it will come to 1. So again, the comparison will happen. So again, it will check the condition whether true or false. If it is a false, it will break out from the for loop. If it is a true, whatever the code in the for loop, this power bracket body, that will be printed. So second time also pass 1 greater than 5, yes, I plus plus. Again it becomes 2. So again it will check that 2 greater than 5, yes, satisfied. Again it will print. Again, the increment will happen 3. Okay, again it will check 3. So on, like suppose if we went to 5, fifth iteration, so fifth iteration. So is I greater than 5? No, right? False. Then it will break out from the loop. So it will come here. So that's what this particular for loop will works. Okay. So you have to remember that first is initialization value. Okay. Let me rewrite here. For loop syntax, initialization. Okay, initialization, colon, condition, condition, colon, increment. Increment is the I value. And before the broken close. So this is a block of statement, right? Statement, stmt1. So if you have many statements, those will be executed. So you have to remember this. Okay. Yes. Let me clear this one. Yeah. So now we can see. So suppose our array index is 5 times. So the length is become 5. So again it will iterate whatever I explained, right? So array index will satisfy and print this statement again 1, again 2 till 5 of 5, something like. The next one, common readable index. Okay. Mm, yeah. So this is the internal thing, how it will be stored. Okay. So based on that, some kind of pops up some stack that kind of JVM structure, but it is not needed for us. Uh, okay, I think we are good at that particular. Yeah. So let's see how to, yeah, two-dimensional array. So this is a simple one only. So there is a one-dimensional array till now we have discussed, right? So there is a two-dimensional array. So most of the time we will not use in our entire application, but let's see. So there is a feature in Java. If you want to export, export. Okay. So you want to store the data kind of in the mathematical representation as well, right? So there is a 100 and 200 and the square bracket, and there is one more array as well, and yeah, 300, 400. Two-dimensional basically. Okay. So this particular thing is kind of one box only, but here we cannot write, right? So this is a box. This is a one box and this is one box. So this is like a 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. Yeah, 0, 0, something 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1. And again from here 0, 1. Okay. So rows and columns similarly. So you can see 0 of 0 is this one, first one. Again 0 of 1 is the 200. Okay, 1 of 0 is 300. And 1 of 1 is only 400. So something like based on that dimension, we have to provide the values. Okay. So you come explore it. If you not it is not much needed for our development. Okay. So let's do some examples. Okay, let's write an example on this. Array examples. Examples. So let array int square bracket and a equal to new int of size. What is the size? We can define 3. Okay. So this syntax is correct. There is one more syntax. Let me flavors you can say. So here we can cut this box and after the parameter, after your variable. So this is also valid. Okay. So we have kind of things we have, but let's see. Okay, so I have declared, and let me print the length. System.out.println. We need to write a main method, right? Main method with a dot length. So earlier, for the string function, we have a bracket here, right? But array, same length function, just length only. Okay, you have to remember that one. So because it is a different data type, right? So just length is fine. For a string is length of square brackets will be there. Okay, not brackets. So let's see this one. What will print? Okay, the size is printed. Okay, so we can store how many elements? Three elements. So how to store or how to add? Okay, so based on the index, A is a array name and index is 0. Okay, and equal to I'm assigning a 10 value. Okay, so that is the way we can add a value or insert the value. Okay, so suppose again one index of 1 equal to 20 and A index of 2 is equal to 30, right? And A index of 3 equal to 40 and A index of 4 equal to 50. Okay, so let's see that print array. So here we can say double quotation. So array length, print the array length and plus symbol, right? Concatenation. Now here we can print the array values. Print array values. So just give the array name only. There is no nothing to do. Yeah. Let's see. Let we can see the debug, but it is print. Okay. So we got a one error. So let's see that error and we'll read the error. What happened? Yeah. So what is the error? Error is like exception. So I told you right in the last session, we need to read from here. Okay. Whenever drops head, okay, just read it. Okay. By reading multiple exceptions or errors, you will come to know you will improve your debugging skills. Okay. So this console is very important to look at our issues or like debugging errors. Okay. Exception in thread mail and java.lang and it is says that array index outer bound exception. Okay, index is 3, outer bound of length is 3. Okay, so what does mean is our index is what is the index 3 and what how many values we added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 values also added. Okay, so let me tell you one more way like whenever we create an array of like strings, so which we do right, it will be stored. Memory will be especially when you define the length. So automatically that 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So the index will be 0, 1, 2, and 3 in the array. So in that whenever you add the value a of 0, so it is a reference and a of reference of 0 means this block. So assign 10. Okay, and a of 1 is 20. A of 2 is 30. Okay, A of 4 is, sorry, A of 2. A of 3 is, A of 3 is 40. Right. But again, we added a one more value, A of 4. So where is A of 4? A of 4 memory location is not there. Why it is not there? because you mentioned that your array size is 3. So don't take the 1, 2, 3, 4 these like. Okay. It's not, we will not count this way. We'll count based on the index for array. Array we have to, our index will start from 0. Okay. So that is the case. The fourth index is not allocated in memory, but you are trying to add a value of 50. That's for the error. So you are like index is only the limit is 3, but you are accessing out of the limit, out of the index of 4. That is the error meaning. Okay. So let me 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 now only, right? 0, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Yes. Okay. And for C, you got some kind of some like number, English and alphabetical number, right? Which means it is a object. Okay. So to print that, so we need to follow again some kind of rules. Let's see that. So to string I think, but we will not use as of now. Yeah. So again, we want to get the value. We need indexing this value. Suppose I want a one of array. So what is a one of array? So index one of array is 20. The 20 will be printed. Right. So how to iterate this array by using for loop. Okay. So iterating in a sense looping. Okay, for loop. So I told you right. First one is initialization. Init or like int I equal to 0. So why I equal to 0 every time? Because our array index will start from 0. And I less than or equal to a dot length, or length, and semicolon and I plus plus. So every time I have to iterate with this one. Okay, yeah, and so just you can take this system out, and you can see now here explicitly I give like one, right? One means index of 1, value is 20. So I want to iterate every time I. So I will be a 0. Second time I will be 1. I will be 2. So that is the case. So which means first time I equal to 0. So array of I is 0. So that 10 will print. So I equal to 1, 20 will print. I equal to 2, 30 will be print. So that is the way. So how the loop will be run? So initially 0. 0 is greater than length is 3. So and it will come as a first. Okay, it is satisfied. Then I will store here 0. And what is I value? 10. 10 will print. Second iteration, I will becomes increment to 1. So 1 greater than 3. So okay, the condition is true. Then again I have 1. What is I have 1? 20. So again update to I plus plus 2, 2 greater than 3. So again I value is right now 2. 2 is means 30 will be printed. Now again it will go to the increment 3. So 3 greater than 3, it is a false condition. It will loop break and it will come. Okay, so let me run this program. Yeah, so you can see these are the loop printed value. Okay, so let me create a for loop printed values. So to differentiate for loop prints. Yeah. So for loop print is 0, sorry, 10, 20, 30. Okay. So I want to debug. So let's see that in the debug way, how we can see and how we can the I value will be implemented. So I want to make a breakpoint here to debug my code. So right click and debug as a class name. So what happened? So it will run and stop our pause our like execution. And from here you can debug. Right. So what are the toolbars we have here? We can visible. So these are the toolbars for IntelliJ, right? So intelligible. So it is a pause, stop. Okay. It is a step over, step into, step out. Let's do that. Okay. So let's step into. Yeah. So now you can see, carefully observe here. What is the I value? 0. So which means this condition is satisfied, then only it enter into inside the loop. Right. So then complete array is showing structure like this, it is internally stored in the memory. But right now we are returning the I equal to 0. So what is the I equal to 0? This one. So we are after this line, it will print to 10. Step 4. So in the console, you can see that. In the console, so the for loop print array value is 10. Okay. So now let's see. Let me mouse over few of the things. So what is I value? Still 0 showing, but it is 2. Let me, yeah, let me go inside. So yeah, you see I value is 1. I value now becomes 1. So what is I value of become 1 is 2. 220, right? So it will be in the 20. Step forward. And I value 2. 2 is so last index. So length minus 1, right? Is 2. Okay. 3 minus 1 is 2. So the last index. So we will retrieve the A of 2 is 30. Then it will go again back to the loop. So now this time it will increment and it will be 3 and the check the 3 greater than 3. So it is a false. Then it will move to here. It will not go inside. Let's see that. You see, cursor will jump to out of the for loop block. This is out of the for loop block, which means here. Right. Okay. So let's see that. Enter execution revenue. Let me rerun. Okay. So again, we can create one more string array. So let's create a string array. Let me create here. So we can create any data type array. So that main name is student name, student names. So we can give what is the syntax? Data type followed by square bracket and variable name is equal to new. Okay, and string size we have defined. So, okay, how to add a values based on the index? You have to cover the index 0. 0 is assigned values from test user 1. Okay, student name you can give a name. Okay, now let's review our names. 3, three. So we reached right. So index 4 in the sense n minus 1. So 3. Till 3 only we can able to store. And we can copy the for loop. And what we need to change? Just we need to change this student name, our array name. That's it. So the A dot, right? It is a A dot, our array name. Student name dot length. It is 3 and it will compare. Okay. And here also we can change the array name. So the remaining same. Okay. So it is a array. Okay. Yeah. String. Yeah. So it will print one by one. Right. So this is the way you have to explore your skills on arrays. So we have many methods. I covered like few of them. So these which are very important for our next development, right? So those I'm covering. If at all, you can explore in the internet. Okay. So yeah. So let's we will stop here and we'll take